Good afternoon, students. As we discussed in our online class about circle, I told you that circle is a simple closed curve. And we discussed about parts of a circle that are center, radius, chord, diameter, and circumference. Let's see a brief. So, the point where we started in the middle, that midpoint, we call it as a center. We denote it with O, letter O, capital O. And from this center, if you want to draw a line to the circle, from this center, wherever you take a point and you draw a line, for example, if you draw a line here, from this center to any of the point on the circle, this length, the length of this O to this point, for example, let us take this letter as A. So OA, the length, we call it as radius. The radius will denote with the letter small r. The radius will denote with the letter small r. Then, what is, first we discussed about center, radius. Now what is chord? Chord is nothing but any of the 2 points you have to take on a circle, any of the 2 points here to here or anywhere, any 2 points. The 2 points you need to join with a straight line. Straight line, not a curved line, straight line. So if it is PQ, this is a chord. This is one of the chord to a circle. So this is a chord, PQ is a chord. You take any of the 2 points, it's your wish. Any of the 2 points, if you draw a line, that we call it as a chord. Okay, then what is a diameter? Diameter is also a chord, but it should go through the center point O. So for example, if I take a point here L and here M, let's take 2 points, and that 2 points should meet through the center of the circle. So now we touched the center, right? So this line, which line you draw through the circle, through the center, that chord we call it as a diameter. So this is a diameter of the circle, and this is chord of the circle. So now let's understand what is the relation between diameter and radius. It's very simple. Radius means half of the circle, half of the diameter. Radius is nothing but half of the diameter from center to any point, right? This is radius. So this is radius, and if you observe this point to here L, this is also a radius. So here to form a diameter, you need to take radius 2 times. So 2 into r, which is equals to diameter. So if this r is 5 centimeters, I took it as 5 centimeters. I have taken a circle with 5 centimeters. So if d, we have to find out d. Now I know that r equals to 5 centimeters. So 2 into r. R is 5. So 2 5s are 10. So d equals to 10 centimeters. So the diameter of the circle will be 10. You can observe here it is 10. Right? Then, so these are the major points we discussed in the class, and also discussed about circumference of a circle. So the boundary of the circle, we call it as a circumference. So the boundary of a circle, we call it as a circumference. If it is a square or rectangle or whatever, triangle, if it is a line segment, we can measure using a scale 4 sides, and we can find it out the boundary of that square or rectangle. But what about a circle? We can't find out by using a scale. There is a different method to find out the circumference of a circle, which we learn in the next chapter. Coming chapter, we are going to learn that. Then, what about the next exercise in your textbook? See here, we have discussed this one in class, and draw the radius and diameter for the following circles. See the first one. I told this. See here, to draw a radius from this point to any of the line, you need to draw any of the point on the circle, which is nothing but radius. So this is the radius, r. Then what about the diameter? Diameter, if you want, you can draw like this, or anywhere, n number of diameters you can draw on the circle. So now I am extending this simply to make a diameter. So this complete set is d. From this point to here it is r. Okay. Then what about this circle? This circle is also the same. So from this point to the end, that is R, any of the line which goes through the center, that is diameter D. Right? That's it. Enough. Next. Come. So what is your homework? This is your homework. So how to do it? Use your compass to draw a circle of the following radius. That is 4 centimeters, 5.5, 9 and 10.2. So how to draw it? One example I am going to show you. So take your scale. In your notebook, you mention the first question. So for example, I'll tell you the B question. A question you need to do it in your homework. So B is 5.5 centimeters. That is the question. This is a radius ma. 5.5 centimeters is the radius. So any of the center point you take it. Any of the point in the middle of the notebook. Then in your scale 5.5 you need to take. So fifth line after 5. So fifth line after 5. So if you see it, fifth line after 5. This is the 5.5. So from this center, you put a mark. Then draw a circle with the 5.5 radius. Then draw a line from center to any of the point on a circle, which is nothing but we call it as radius. So here if you draw it, this will be R. Here what is R? For what length we have done this? For 5.5 centimeters we did it. So that is the answer. In this way you are supposed to do further questions A, B, C and D in your homework book. Don't do in classwork. Do it in your homework book. Okay. Then find the radii of the circle whose diameters are given below. Here they have given us diameters. We need to find out the radius of this. So to find out the radius, we know the formula diameter is equals to 2r. Diameter is nothing but double the radius. So if diameter is 8 centimeters, then what is the radius? 4 centimeters. It is half, no? So r is nothing but d by 2. It is half of the d. So 8, half of the 8 is 4. 24 centimeters is the diameter. Then what is r? 24 divided by 2. So if the total radius is total diameter is 24, what is radius? This we need to find out. So to find out the 24 divided by 2. In 2 table when you will get 24? 12. So here r is 12 centimeters. So if diameter is 12 centimeters, then what is r? Simple. Half of this is 6 centimeters. Here half of this is 9 centimeters. You need to find out the half. That's it. So the reverse now. Find the diameter of the circles. So here they gave the radius. We need to find out the diameter. That means we need to double this. So 3 centimeters. Here the diameter will be 3 2s are 6 centimeters. Here it is 12. Then diameter will be 24 centimeters. 10 means 20 centimeters. 14 means 28 centimeters. That's it. You need to note down in your textbook. Enough. Don't do anywhere. Just note down in the textbook. Then identify the center and radius of the following circles. It's so simple. I want to say only one answer. So here the center is P. Radius is PQ bar. It is a line segment. So there is a starting point. There is also an ending point. That's why it is a PQ bar. In the same way here. M is the center. Mn is the radius. So you find out that. Then let's finish this chapter test also. See the chapter test. Draw a line segment of length 8.2 centimeters. It's so simple. Here if it is okay. Here only you can draw it. Take a scale. Put a point at 0. 8 after second line. 8.2 means 8 after second line. You need to put a point. Then join the two lines. Done. Sorry. It exceeded. But you be careful and draw it. So it is AB. It is a length of 8.2 centimeters. Then see here we have some questions. Let's find out. Give special names to the following. A polygon with 3 equal sides. See, let's recall. Here we discussed about polygons. In polygons, we discussed that with 3 sides, that we call it as a triangle. In polygon, 3 sides we call it as a triangle. So in triangle, we discussed about special cases. So 3 sides are same, then we call it as an equilateral triangle. So a polygon with 3 equal sides, we call it as a equilateral triangle. That only we need to write it. I'll share the picture, you don't worry. Write it. A quadrilateral with opposite sides equal and parallel. Quadrilateral is nothing but 4 line segments. So to form a quadrilateral, we need 4 line segments with opposite sides are equal and parallel. See here. So here, this is a quadrilateral whose opposite sides are equal and also parallel. They are parallel to each other, right? So here, a quadrilateral with opposite sides equal and parallel is called as rectangle. Then a polygon with all 4 sides are equal and angles are all right angles. See here, if you observe this, you can say the answer. It is a square. All 4 sides are equal. So here the answer is square. A parallelogram with all 4 sides equal. So I did not mention that they are right angles. So here we can get it as a rhombus. Draw a circle. You do this along with this question. This is also your homework. The diameter of a circle is 20 centimeters. Then what is radius? Half of the diameter. So radius is 10 centimeters. Then see, true or false. A polygon of 5 sides is called a pentagon. Right answer. So it is true. A line has no endpoints. True. A circle has only one radius. Is it? So only one radius is there. So if you observe this circle, only one radius we can draw? No, we can draw n number of radius. So here this is false. An angle is made up of 2 line segments. Angle is made up of 2 line segments. So what is the question? An angle is made up of 2 line segments. So here this is one line segment and here this is another line segment. Here angle is formed. But you can take also lines. Not only with the line segments, even with the lines also we can form angle. So here the statement is false. Then what is the next question? Perpendicular lines are always intersecting. So perpendicular lines means which can form capital L shape, one standing line and one sleeping line. So they are always intersecting, otherwise they can't form an angle, right? So here this question is right. So here put it in true. Okay. Then the next one, here this is your homework. I don't want to say it. So you find out, write the answer and draw that shape here. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you so much. And tomorrow you are going to get a notes for circle which you need to copy in your classwork. So the work today which you understood, you need to do it in homework only. This you do it in textbook only. Don't do it in homework book. This you do it in textbook only. Only this drawing circles you do it in homework book. Enough. Thank you students. Have a nice day.